Hello everybody, I'm Miss Karen at Adams Memorial Library. It's been a little while since I've seen you because I broke my wrist in two places. So we're going to actually do a 2-for-1 kit this time. We're going to have the January Inquire Within kit and some things for February's Bake a Tale all together. And if you haven't done either of these programs before, how it works is you watch this video and then you can find out what's in the take-home kit. You can come to the library and pick that up, and then you can work on it at home. You can watch the video and see what's going on there. So thank you very much for watching. You can come down to the children's room and pick up your kit, and we'll have them for as long as supplies last. So first we will be doing Inquire Within. Whoops, there, ow, sorry, bad wrist. Inquire Within. I got my PBS kids shirt already. And the theme is winter, so sometimes you gotta watch out for winter. Ice is fun to play with. Ice is fun to skate on. Sometimes you can fall on ice, so please be very careful outside. But the Inquire Within part of the kit has all kinds of fun stuff that you can do for the winter. We've got lots of coloring sheets inside. They're super wide ones. So you can color. I mean, if it's too cold to go outside, you can always stay inside and color. If you don't want to play outside, if it's kind of, slushy or yucky, you can make an indoor play area. You could do an obstacle course. You could make, if you have a lot of boxes at home, you can turn them into tunnels. There's stuff you can do indoors too. Here's an activity from Daniel Tiger. You can draw a snowy day in the neighborhood. You'd say, what does it look like outside here? What did it look like when it snowed? What's it look like in your neighborhood during the winter? And there's a couple of other activities that you can do also that will be in the kit. Besides the coloring sheets, there's something where you can decide if you would like to live in a place that was snowy all year or rainy all year. I don't know. I like snow. I like rain too. I think that would be a hard one. But you can do some other activities too with ice. You could make an ice sculpture, or you could use ice to actually paint with. Now, if you're going to do the ice sculpture, there's information in here about how to do it from Molly of Denali, because Molly lives in Alaska, so there's a lot of ice. They can do ice sculptures there. You can do an ice sculpture at home by making your own fancy ice. You can use an ice cube tray like this, or you could use paper cups or other plastic containers. You could fill them with water, and then if you make extra fancy blocks like this, you could put in pieces of straw that's cut up. You could put in pieces of tissue paper. You could crumple it up and put them inside, so it'll make it into pretty colors. You can put pom-poms inside. And it just so happens that in your kits, there will be pom-poms. There'll be straws that you can cut up. And there will be little pieces of tissue paper. So you will put water in whatever your container is, either an ice cube tray or something else. And then drop in some things to make it fancy. You can do a combination of all of them. I would tell you, if you're doing the little pieces of straws, they'll probably float on the top unless you maybe put some paper on top of it, sort of weight it down. Put it in the freezer, wait till it freezes, and then you can make your own ice sculpture. You could try to make a little house. You could try to make igloo. If you use bigger pieces than this, you could put them together to try to make a structure, or you could just make abstract art like I did. When you have your little blocks, or if they're made from a cup, whatever you make it from, put them together the way you want, and then you can use a little bit of salt and put some salt down on one of the pieces, and then you can stick them together like that. You can stick them together the way you want, and then you can put it back into the freezer, or if it's cold enough outside, you can freeze it outside and admire your beautiful art. But I will tell you, some art does not last all the time, friends. This is pretty ephemeral. It's only going to last as long as it doesn't melt. But until then, you can enjoy it. It's kind of a fun way to spend the afternoon, sort of a Zen kind of way to decorate. And I did have fun seeing what the things would look like once they froze. So you can do that. You can make your own ice sculpture. like Molly of Denali. Another thing you can do is actually make paints with the ice. Okay. I did have 2 ice cube trays and one fell apart, but yours probably will not. But so you could put them in an ice cube tray or other little containers. Like I said, if you have little Dixie cups, you could put them in them. But what you want to do is put some water in your container, and then you could put 1 drop of food coloring in each one, or you could mix it up if you wanted to make green. Or, well, I had 4 food colorings, so I have a red one, a yellow one, a green one, and a blue one. So you put the water in, put a drop of food coloring in each one, and then there will actually be some foil inside your kit. You will need to put that on top. And then if you have a little push pin or something like that, you could stick a little hole in it, and then you want to stick the sticks inside. You can't just put the sticks in when it's water because the sticks will just fall over. So what this foil is doing is actually holding the sticks into place. So it's still stuck inside this container now, but once you've taken it out of the container, you hold on to the stick and then you can paint with it. And in the kit, there will be some paper, and then you can do your own ice art. If you just if you're making your art, your ice paint rather, out of a container like this, you can see where you can just put it down to get rectangles like that. If you swirl it around, I just made just colors everywhere and then let it dry. And then once it dried, I sort of just drew around it with markers and colored pencils and crayons. So I made a sun up here, made a pine tree, made a kite. This was supposed to be another tree, but it turned into sort of a walking tree person, or Miss Shannon thought it looked kind of like a bird. So, also a little bit abstract art, but you can do it however you would like. And then if you wanted to, you could put these back in the freezer and, use them again later. You can do your ice paint a few times. You just have to let it dry first. And this is on white construction paper, which will be in the kit. You might need to flatten it out a little bit. Let it dry, then admire your ice art. Another thing that will be in the kit will be information about making one of these, and this is called a thaumatrope. And I don't know if I can do this fast enough right now with my bad arm to show you, but how it's supposed to work is, you flip it fast enough. One side has one picture, and then upside down on the other side is a different picture. So on this side, it's a snow globe. On this side, it's a little snowman. And if you kind of twist it back and forth, like that. I don't know if you can see it, but it's supposed to look like the snowman is in the snow globe. So to make these, there will be paper with circles on it in the kit. And you can decide if you wanted to do like a Santa or a gnome, or if you wanted to do a little penguin in a snow globe, or like this one, a little snowman in a snow globe. So you'll color it first and then cut them out. And then to put it together, you can tape or glue it. But what's important, 2 things that are important to do, is little black dots on each side. You need to make sure that the black dots on one side are going to meet the black dots on the other side. So you'll line those up, but you want one to be facing up. And if you turn it around, you want the other one to be upside down. So you don't want them to both be facing up. You want them to be opposite, so when you turn it back and forth, then they'll be up, both sides up. Make sense? So if this is facing up, you want the snow globe to be facing down. So you'll attach those together, and then again, if you had the little push pin that you use to mark your foil, you can poke those little holes on the black, and then there'll be some yarn in your kit, and you'll need to thread that through. Now, if you put a little bit of tape on the end, you can kind of use it like a needle. You just have to squeeze it really tightly and then poke it through the hole as best you can, and then tie it on the end so it's easier. And then you can work the magic and see how it goes. So those are all the things in the Inquire Within kit. Besides, there's a little winter sticker in there and this handy dandy weather chart that you can use too. So that will be in the kit, and that is thanks to our friends at WQED Education and Clearview Federal Credit Union. They're the ones who make it possible for us to bring these kits to you, and we thank them very much. Let me see if I can do a heart almost. There. Hearts to them. Love to them, love to you, friends. And love is kind of what the Bake-A-Tale is. So Bake-A-Tale, there's going to be bonus Bake-A-Tale materials in your kit this time. And it was supposed to be for Valentine's Day. I'm sorry, it's going to be a little after Valentine's Day, but I think you can spread love all through February, all year long. Now, for the Inquire Within materials, because I have a bad arm now, I didn't actually get to make the recipe this time, but let me tell you, friends, as soon as I heal and I get my splint off and I get my therapy done, I'm going to make these cookies because they sound wonderful. They are heart-shaped chocolate chip cookies, and you can make them extra fancy if you would like by putting in sprinkles and maybe even chocolate drizzle on the top. And you know, I like fancy, so I would be putting sprinkles and chocolate drizzle on them. If you make these, you can let me know how they are. But it's always more fun to bake together. But for this one, you definitely need an adult to make them into hearts, because it's regular, it's just kind of a regular chocolate chip cookie recipe, but you put enough together so it's going to make kind of a wide cookie and kind of a tall cookie. Adult can put them in the oven, but here's how you make them a heart. You take them out when it's still a little bit soft in the middle, because you don't want them to be baked too hard, because then you can't make them into the heart shape. But if you get them out when they're still soft, adult can put a heart-shaped cookie cutter on top, and then your round cookie will turn into a heart cookie. And that's going to be super exciting, I think. I think it will be. If you do this, tell me what you think. Tell me if you think it's exciting too. I hope you will like it. But Bake-A-Tale also has some books, of course, and they are all about love. The books are L is for Love by Tina Kay and Angela Brooksbank. Mama, Do You Love Me by Barbara M. Juice, and Barbara Lavely did the pictures. I Am Love, a book of compassion, which was written by Susan Verde and illustrated by Peter H. Reynolds. And Daniel Tiger. Daniel Tiger is always happy to spread some love through the neighborhood with Love from Daniel. It's written by Patty Michaels. Now, in this one, lots of things. L is for lots of things like lamps, light, lemons, but especially love. Love for families, love for your community, love for the helpers. So many helpers have helped me at the library, at the hospital, the doctor's office. People have been very, very kind, and they're spreading love, and I want to spread love too. So I want to make sure that I'm passing it on too. So thank you to all the helpers and all the people spreading love to me. Now this one, Mama, Do You Love Me? The little girl asked, Mama, do you love me? And her mother says, oh, yes, of course I do, dear one. And then the little girl thinks, Mama, will you still love me even if I'm a little naughty? Mama will, but you can read the story to see what kind of things the little girl comes up with. Now this one, I Am Love, a book of compassion. It talks about all the things you can do. Like if you see somebody who's hurt, maybe you can help them. People have helped me on with my coat. It's cold outside, but I have a little trouble getting a coat on. People have helped me with that. If you see somebody who's just feeling bad, maybe you can try to cheer them up a little. You can just spread love all kinds of ways. Love for yourself and love for other people. And in this book, Daniel loves all his friends. He loves doing different things with different people. He loves Teacher Harriet. He loves his family. He loves lots of things, so lots of love to spread in here. And speaking of helpers, friends, Miss Mary helped me do these crafts for you for this time. So one of the crafts is this heart garland. And in the kit will be a template with different size hearts on it and 3 pieces of construction paper. So you can make hearts. you can decide, it's your project, so you can decide if you want to make all small hearts, all big hearts, all medium hearts, or a mixture like Miss Mary did. Once you've traced, you'll cut out the size of the template that you want, trace around it onto the construction paper, cut them out, and then there'll be a longer piece of yarn in your kit too. This will be kind of this purpley color, cranberry color. You can use that one to make a garland. Miss Mary left a little bit on the top. She folded it over so she could have a hanger at the top. You can decide how you want it. Arrange the hearts the way you want. Decide which one you want to be at the top, which one you want to be at the bottom, and then you'll just tape them on here. And you can decorate the hearts if you want. You can write people's names on. You can decorate however you want and spread love that way. You can also make these hearts that are kind of look like 3 hearts in one. In the kit will be a piece of pink paper so you can make pink hearts. And this is 8.5 by 11 paper, and you need to cut strips going this way, the vertical way, so they'll be 11 inches long. On this one, the paper was 3/4 of an inch across, and on this one, it was 1 inch across. So you can decide how wide you want your paper to be. Cut it into strips. You will need 3 for each heart. And let me see if I can find, what did I do with the strips? Oh, here they are. You will have 3 strips cut out, and then you will fold them all in half. So they'll be like this, but then you want 3 different sizes. So the biggest one you're just going to leave as it is. Since it was an 11-inch strip cut in half, this one will be 5.5 inches. And then you will make a medium-sized strip by cutting 3/4 of an inch off. So when it's folded, it's going to be 3/4 of an inch smaller than this one. And then for the smallest one, you'll cut 1.5 inches off. So twice the 3/4 inches. And so that will be the smallest. So you'll have small, medium, and large. And then you will put them together with the biggest one on the outside, medium one on the inside, and the smallest one in the very middle. Like that. The next thing you will do, get them all lined up as best you can, and then drop them the other way so now all the open parts are lined up at the bottom. And this is another thing that even if you have 2 working hands, you might need a friend to help too. But you've got these pieces at the bottom. You try to hold it in place up here and then find the center again. So take 3 strips in one hand, 3 strips in the other, and this is going to be the top of the heart. You're going to curl it down on both sides, curl in one way, curl in the other way, get them lined up so you make sure that all of your pieces are still together in the middle and they meet at the bottom. And then you can either try to tape it if you want, or you can use a stapler and you staple through all the pieces there, hold them all into place, and that is going to be the top part of the heart. And then after that's done, you can gather them, the point at the bottom, gather those together and staple that too. And that'll give it, that'll give it this shape like this. So it looks like 3 hearts at the bottom, 3 hearts at the top rather, and 1 at the bottom. And then you can use this to decorate, or you could give it to somebody, whatever you would like to do. So there you go. You can spread a little love. If you come to the library, we'll spread some love by having these kits for you. We'll have them as long as supplies last. So please come in and get yours today. So thank you again to our friends at WQED Education and Inquire Within. Thanks to all the friends at the library, all the people who've helped me and spread love. Love to you also, friends. I hope you have a good February. I hope you stay safe. Careful on don't fall on any black ice. But enjoy your ice painting and ice sculptures and enjoy your winter. And I'll see you later for another Inquire Within program this month. So thank you, friends. Take care. Bye.